What's up, board game people? Thankfully, this week is a little lighter on news and there are no 5-minute segments in this one. What I do have is some great updates, a few projects nearing completion, and some huge news for a greatly anticipated project. Before I begin, I get no money from game companies for making my videos. So, to start off with, live on crowdfunding we have SAS Rogue Regiment with less than 2 days remaining in their campaign, and they're sitting just above $200,000 in funding. They've begun to expand their expansions as they've reached the maximum amount of content that would fit in the core box. Soul Last Days of a Star is having a great run on Kickstarter, sitting at almost $150,000 with 2 weeks left in the campaign. A new wooden insert is being offered with this printing and looks fantastic. I'll be taking a closer look at this project in a video coming up soon. Launching on GameFound this week is Enemy at the Gates. No, not a game based off the early 2000s movie. A new card game that sees you and up to 4 players fighting against hordes of enemies that are sieging a fortress guarded by powerful magicians against the armies of the world. Now on to the news. The Pledge Manager is opening for the Oathsworn Into the Deep Woods reprint campaign. You should receive an email from GameFound if you've not already. You can update your pledges and pick all the add-ons you want, including the first secret box, the terrain box, the mystery chests, everything. The Pledge Manager will be open for at least 3 months, so you have some time to save up if needed. In news for the 2nd edition development, they've added an FAQ to the rulebook, changed the fire tiles rules to trigger at the end of the round, changed it so 3 common items are drawn after each encounter, added regaining of lethality tokens to the determination rule, confirmed all reactions are resolved before a killed monster is removed from the board. The Hunter's Falcons now return automatically when their target dies, and they altered how templates are placed. The new story and encounter rulebooks are available for viewing in the update. They're changing around about 100 cards for various classes and companions to move them towards their class fantasies even more. They're adding new twists and mechanics to at least 10 of the encounters. Honestly, I really didn't know why I was getting the update pack, but now I do. With the changes to encounters, Oathsworn is absolutely worth a second full playthrough. Quatro City, the mystery wooden puzzle game, is collecting surveys for the project now. Shipping prices are now available, and they were kind enough to provide delivery estimates as well. Remember, they're shipping out of Ukraine. The rest of the world and Europe packages will make their way to backers quickly, but packages to the US will likely take around 3 months. The wooden frame did not work out in prototyping, and they've decided not to offer it. If you chose it while backing, the funds for the frame will be refunded. Silvercoin Age of Monster Hunters has posted their end-of-the-year update. They'll be delaying the opening of the Pledge Manager on BackerKit until early next year. The project is still running on schedule, they just don't want to be charging people during the holiday season. Shipping estimates from the campaign still look to be good. They've been working closely with Justin, the backer whose idea it was to make the Spellblade, to come up with an awesome depiction. The character art is looking fantastic so far. They're busy reworking their website to provide a better experience, and development and playtesting is ongoing. So, we've been hit with some pretty big news for Sankokushin this last week. The launch of the campaign has been delayed until early next year, to allow everyone to recover from the holidays just a bit. They're now allowing players to enter for a spot to help test the game. They'll choose 12 testers from everyone who enters. Check out their Facebook group for more details. We have a priority update for the Final Girls Series 2. Production of Series 2 is wrapping up and they're now preparing for freight. If you need to change your address for this final wave of Final Girl, do so now. They should be able to share an estimated timeline sometime around the new year with delivery dates attached. All packages for Wave 1 have been shipped and are soon to be at their homes. This project is inching ever closer to done. Pledge Manager invites are heading out for Merchant's Cove Mastercraft now. The PM is being hosted on BackerKit. Any free items you were eligible for should be already in your carts. This update, they're showing off the goods and sales shelves for the new merchants. They're working through the stretch goals now and hoping to wrap up development soon. There's a new app update for Return to the Dark Tower. This update continues to polish the application even more. They've updated the tower event screen to show exactly which seal to remove when needed. They've rebalanced the 4-player games to give more turns during the beginning months. They added text specific to the adversary to the in-game screen for winning and losing, fixed a slew of bugs, and they've put some extra polish on a number of screens. Dungeon Crusade is officially in production. The next showcase video should be going live soon on the Groovis Games channel, showing off or focusing on the loot in the game. The pledge manager for the project will be closing in the next few weeks. They'll give out plenty of warning before they do so, but there is very little time to finish those pledges. Late backing is still available as well. Breaking their almost 2-month silence, Deep Madness is showing off the first epic investigator, William West. This guy looks amazing. The model is extremely unique and should be a delight for the painters out there. They'll be back very soon with a huge update and news of the Pledge Manager launching. We finally have word on the US shipping prices for League of Dungeoneers. While they aren't amazing prices, they sure aren't the 75 euros that was feared using the first option. Shipping prices are what they are, and for smaller projects that are shipping in much smaller volumes than some of the huge projects such as Frosthaven, the prices will remain high for the near future. I don't think Michael's making any money off of shipping you your pledge. He's done a fantastic job barreling through the muddy waters of production, and we're going to get a great game to show for it. Cards will be charged on January 5th for US shipping. Corvus Belli and Warcrow are posting their last update before the new year. They have announced that the Pledge Manager should be active between mid-February and the end of April, giving you quite a bit of time to get your pledges finalized. This week, they're showing us the dungeon and chapel tiles, and some art for a few of the enemies. Teburu and the Bad Karma has been playing around with different party makeups, and this update gives everyone a bit of information about the different party roles such as damage, support, and ranged. Overall, the progress chart is inching along too. Every once in a while, I like to have something good and wholesome to toss into the news. This seemed to really fit the bill. A quick post from Fireside Games on Facebook this week read, "Received a message this week. They had a Christmas party at the Additional Needs Unit on Monday, and a child who had been mute for 2 years spoke their first words while playing My First Castle Panic and screaming out dungeon while capturing a goblin. The parents of the child then passed along that at home they held a 4-minute conversation telling them about defending the castle, and they've been talking intermittently ever since. This hobby can touch and change all types of lives, young and old. There really is something special about slowing down and spending some time with someone over a board game that can bring out the best in us." The Pledge Manager for Batman Gotham City Chronicles Season 3 and the RPG is now open and will remain open until April 15th. It looks like everything from the first and second seasons are available in the PM, including the picking storage box. This is an expensive one. A new player jumping in and wanting everything can expect a daunting $650 plus total. Me, I'm still very unsure if I can swing this one as much as I want to. I need to do some serious comparison of how much the content is on the secondary market. Shipping is nearing the end for the first wave of Dice Throne's Santaverse Krampus. For the US, Mexico, and Puerto Rico, all pledges have been shipped. In Asia, things are taking a bit longer, but shipping is underway. In Europe, they've had issues with Royal Mail strikes, but everything should be shipped out. In Canada, all parcels should now be shipped. This week, Marvel Zombies is showing us the Fantastic Four plastic samples. Wave 1 shipping updates include the US hub is starting to ship out packages. Brazil has seen 90% delivered. In Europe, the container was delayed and should be at the hub this week. In Canada, fulfillment is starting this week. Seth LaFera is wishing everyone a happy holidays. Some will be having a happier one than others, as they might have already received their Frosthaven. In the US, West Coast fulfillment has started. In Canada, shipments have started. In Asia and the South Pacific, everything should be shipped by Chinese New Year. No updates for Europe and the rest of the world. The review embargo has been lifted, though mine is still firmly in place because they haven't bothered shipping me my package yet. Hopefully there's some good reviews out there, but let's be honest, they've had copies for a week or two. About many have played even a third of Frosthaven. For Cthulhu Death May Die, the deadline for the PM is January 31st. This week they're showing off the relics voted for in the Halloween poll. Frostpunk, the English version, has been shipping and is now in the hands of many backers. In Australia and New Zealand, everything is shipped. In Asia, all but about 30 packages to Turkey, Cyprus, and Georgia have been shipped. These will be shipped soon. In the US and Canada, all packages have been shipped. In Europe, they encountered a few hurdles, but packages are now being shipped and they're getting them shipped as fast as possible. Some have great distances to travel and it will take time. The Frostpunk companion app is now available for download. It's only in English for the time being, but they are working on localization. The shipping for Tanares Adventures is going according to plan so far. The ships are starting to arrive in port, and once they're at the hubs, they'll start delivery. You should be getting your games in January. This wave includes Arena the Contest, the Dragon Collection, Tanares Adventures, the Madness Box, the Legendary Box, the Elder Dragon, Medusa, Game Board Scenario 1 and 2, the Plastic Tokens Bundle, Hero Pack 1 and 2, the Sleeves Pack, the Green Dragon, Translation Packs for the Arena Contest, the Legendary Box, and the Dragon Collection, and update for the Dragon Collection's Boss vs. Boss rulebook. I don't have a ton of retail news this week, but I do have some new releases. Star Wars Legion's The Boba Fett Daimyo is now available. Star Wars Legion's Crest X-Wing Battlefield expansion is also now available. So that's it for the news today. I have my month in review video almost done, and possibly a few others coming up this week. We also have voting ongoing for many categories in the Viewer's Choice Awards. Check out the community tab on the channel page and let me know your votes. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing so you don't miss anything and to help us grow and reach even more gamers. Check us out on our Discord, linked in the video description. Thanks for watching and commenting, and have a wonderful holiday season.